And we are live. Coaches, friends, family, we are signing off here from San Antonio, Texas. We're the Texas High School Coaches Association, the biggest clinic I've ever seen in my life. 14,000 coaches walked through these doors this weekend and another 10,000 vendors. So that's a pretty big group of people here in San Antonio. It's been a wonderful day for business. The conversation continued to be good. Every time I turned around, it was, we're hearing Coach's story about which is why we did the podcast, right? We're here letting them talk about their school, their program, their teams, their players, which is what it's all about. At the end of the day, I think that's what we're trying to get these video boards out there. One, fundraise, but two, show off your people. You know what I mean? Help your kids move on or whatever it is they're going to try to do they're just celebrating what you got. So I want to bring you guys on, do a little roundtable closeout here. We've never done this before, so if you're listening live and we screw this up, who cares? But we're gonna get to it. Coach Wells, I know when you said an Ace Sports rep walked into your office, in your coach's office, you said you gave him 2 minutes, and the pitch he gave you sold you, and you were hands off, but you had a board.
Yeah, true
story.
story.
Walk me through that.
The thing about these video boards, it's great for the kids, and I'm a kid person. I generally love kids, and I think the kids love to see themselves on these boards. It's great for the community, all of that. But small story, Reed walks in, and I said, "You got 2 minutes, son. Give me your spiel." And he started talking about where all they had put the boards at. I said, "Do you realize how poor we are?" So he starts mentioning some communities up in northern Arkansas. I won't name them, but I thought, ooh, they're kind of poor. We may can get one of these things. And long story short, we in 6 months, we had our video board. I got to coach football, which I love to do, and they did the great job of raising the funds for us to get the board. And I think every school and every football coach, that's not our strong point. Our strong point is being out on the field. But what's great about ACE is they come in, they get the funds for you, and it's a great community builder.
Yeah, the ability to just bring in a consultant or a guy who just does this job, you're hands off, that's got to feel great. Like you said, as a coach, I don't need to stop practice and worry about a dang video board. I don't need to. My off-season program's already built. Nowhere in there does it say, go spend a whole bunch of hours doing the fundraising to get this video board, right? So with ACE coming in, hold your hand, get you in the black. 88 to 92% of schools never make a payment, right? That's amazing numbers, first of all.
And the great thing about it, once it's paid for, it's a money maker for your school district.
Absolutely.
So it's a great thing.
And Phil, I know that you've been brought on board. We've obviously done a couple of these clinics together, and you've seen the same successes, right?
I have, and like I say, I'm proud to say this is my 37th consecutive Texas High School Coach Association convention.
Let's go.
And very proud to be here representing Ace Sports. I'm just convinced that we have the best product and the best service.
Without a doubt.
And the best team. And at this stage in my life, I'm not going to be associated with anybody that's not A+. And so I'm just really happy to be a part of this. And it's been a great convention so far. So many athletic directors and head football coaches. What a great response we have received when they see the board behind us and when they hear the vision of the leadership. And so it's been really good.
So we can say Ace Sports is the best all we want to. It's just words. What are the things that make that a reality in your mind? What are some of the key aspects of Ace Sports and what we're doing to make that the best for you?
Being in leadership all these years, it's always going to start with the leadership, whether it's a school district, a football team, or a company. And the leadership here has a vision and has a plan behind it. Everybody can have a vision, but the plan and the execution is what's really important, and we have that. And the customers across the country would agree that is one of the very best things about Ace Sports and the product and the service.
When I heard the message from Mark the first time all them years ago, 2-3 years ago over in Batesville, I thought, that sounds like someone's cheating. Like, it almost sounds too good to be true, right? And then the longer I've been involved, and I mean, even just sitting with Jason last night and talking, and I'm starting to say in farm to table, like, the fact that he took a company and was like, we're not going to let there be a middleman because I don't need a point of failure anywhere, right? Why would I put that on my customers, right? The customer comes to you, they expect this product to be what it is. farm to table is the only way to do it, right?
All great organizations show hints. They show signs, and when you're lacking those, it's easy to see those others that fail. And I'll be quite honest, I've purchased these from various companies over the years, and so I have a pretty good idea of the failures and the shortcomings and the challenges. And so I'm just convinced that what we're doing here is really groundbreaking.
That's awesome. All right, Mark, you signed us in, and you got to sign us off.
Well, that's encouraging to hear two football coaches that have been doing it a long time, and they have seen the benefit of working with our company. We're very, very grateful that they would speak on our behalf. That is carrying more weight than a sales guy coming into the room, go, hey, we can do all this for you, And it's funny you bring up the too good to be true story. I went through that when we first started, trying to build the portfolio, trying to build the talk track with people to go, hey, we really can do this. And we had one athletic director, and I won't mention the state or the name. He said, well, if you're doing that in Arkansas, that sounds too good to be true. And that phone call didn't last very long, because we're not trying to get you to buy in. That's not the point. We're going to offer this service to you from A to Z, and that is the product, the support, the service, and the icing on the cake is getting the fundraising engine through advertisers to just solidify and take care of the hardware. It's not rocket science. It takes care of itself. And I'll tell you one story that maybe I've told in the past on the podcast, but we had a board member that was pretty cynical, but then again wanted to do his due diligence on who we are and what we're going to do for the district. Doctor in the community for 19 years. Been on the board 19 years, and so very prominent, had a skill set and played around with a little bit of technology over the years, and he just heard what we offered, and he said 2 months prior to that, he was not a believer. Once we built the revenue stream, this is a $1.2 million venue. I mean, hello, that's not going to happen on most of the sales on this podcast, but it could. And he said 2 months later, when they were voting for approval, Jason and I were sitting in that board meeting with 100 people. He leans down the board and looks at the board, and I said, I want to make one statement. He said, we have never invested in a product that brings revenue back to our district the way this video board campaign already has, and they're not even under contract yet. And that was back when we were just testing the waters, knowing they were going to buy from us, but they had to be a believer. And so he said, I vote we approve this project, and it got approved immediately with 7 yeses. And I tell that story because it's not just the coach who wants to board or the AD. They always want something new. And Phil, you and Coach Wells can speak to this better than I can, is how do we get our administration to just buy in and make the purchase? This is what we want to do. We want to do this. Now it's got to go to a superintendent or an associate superintendent and a board to get approval. And so we're able to bridge that gap between that to go, this is an asset to your community, to your district, that this is an engine that is going to produce itself. And once the board is paid for, now you've built a revenue stream and an ROI long term.
Yeah, the simplicity of the model, but the legwork being done by Ace Sports, the quality of the product, it all just adds up to it's almost irresponsible not to. If you're a steward of the finances of that school district or the future of that school district, don't care about the monies necessarily, I think Ace Sports is for you, really. All right, guys, we'll sign out with that. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. Mark, once again, appreciate you for getting me involved in this. I love the product. I cannot speak highly enough of it. I feel like I'm doing a better service for the community being down here and helping you guys. And it's just selling video boards at the surface level, but man, it's so much deeper than that. As Coach Wells, as you talked about earlier too. So appreciate you guys. Coaching 101 podcast. We signing out from San Antonio. We will see you guys in next week.